Advocates for Prevent, the government's counter-extremism strategy, argue that it's not the toxic brand that its critics claim and that it has widespread support. Writing in the online magazine CapX in October 2020, William Baldet asked, "Why then have we let Islamist agitators dominate the counter-terrorism discourse?" Baldet is one of 7 regional Prevent coordinators in England and a key spokesperson for Prevent. But just how do critics of Prevent dominate the discourse when all mainstream media is behind the government's policies? How, too, is the widespread support for Prevent that Baldet claims demonstrated? One of the reports cited by Baldet is straightforwardly flawed in its methodology. The other, by the consultancy Crest Advisory, shows something far more interesting than what Baldet claims on its behalf. In fact, most of the respondents to the Crest survey had not heard about Prevent. Just 45% of Muslims and 32% of the wider public had heard of it. Instead, they were asked their views about the problems Prevent is argued to address. The report shows that British Muslims have very similar concerns about terrorism to the wider public, and they show similar commitments to British values, not least because those values are understood by them also to be Islamic values. Equally importantly, they think Britain is a good place to be a Muslim, by and large, because of their experience of freedom of religion. But they do have serious concerns about Islamophobia. This is so especially for Muslim women, and about unfair representation of Muslims in the media, and also about the rise of the far right. Baldet argues that with an increasing number of studies finding majority support for Prevent, it becomes incumbent on politicians and authentic critics to engage in a more nuanced and honest dialogue. With the appointment of William Shawcross to review Prevent, and due to report in December, and Baldet acting as one of the media faces of the review, how likely are we to get that honest dialogue? Government advisers, such as the new Interim Commissioner for Countering Extremism, Robin Simcox, have urged the government to push back against concerns over Islamophobia. And leaks from the Shawcross review also suggest that he believes that Prevent has focused too much on right-wing extremism and should redouble its attention on Islamist extremism. It's also been flagged up that Prevent duties will be imposed on religious organisations. Shawcross, Simcox and Baldet then all advocate policies that will make Prevent less acceptable to British Muslims and which pay no attention to their concerns. We might ask, why are we letting right-wing agitators dominate the counter-terrorism discourse?